Hey, this is Patrick and Nico. We've been talking about the cosmic tower and the concept of, in quotes, healing this morning, because everybody's in this paradigm of thinking, and we've been noticing that the paradigm has us in resistance to things. So people come and they say, "Does the cosmic tower prevent damage from 5G? Does it protect me? Does it?" It's always an against that we're doing. Will it heal this? Will it protect against that? And we wanted to bring forth for you what we see as the essence of this project that has nothing to do with that. It has to do with creating something that's so much more powerful and that was already always there as our birthright. So, Nico, this new paradigm that we're in, talk to us about it. Like, let's bring it to life so that people aren't in protection and resistance and trying to heal.
hmm Yeah, Patrick, I believe this protection against and this resistance, like the most harmful part about it is that we see ourselves as separate from nature, right? And actually, nature in and of itself, it's self-organizing, it's self-balancing, like a tree, a plant. It knows what to do inherently, right? You don't need a human being supervising it or tweaking it as long as it lives in an environment that is healthy and that is natural. So with the cosmic tower providing a field that is like nature, that contains the right energy for any organism to thrive within the living organism, whether it's a plant, animal, or a human being, within its blueprint, inherently is the ability to self-organize and to rebalance itself.
Beautiful. So what we're saying here is that the cosmic tower creates a toroidal field.
Mhm.
And a toroidal field is nature.
Yes.
And inside of beingness of nature, everything has the opportunity to most easily
Mhm.
flow to its highest blueprint.
Correct. Think about when you change your diet and you start putting the right fuels into your organism. You don't then have to instruct your body what to do. The regeneration takes place on its own. Now, consider the cosmic tower more as a subtle diet for any living organism by providing the subtle energies that just allow the organism to do as it's designed.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it is it like it feels like living in the toroidal field of the cosmic tower. I'm just surrounded by walls, not that they feel like hard walls. They're kind of boundary. It's a boundaryless structure
Mm-hmm.
that is naturally calling forth a great version of me. So one of the things I've noticed as the towers are arriving across North America for the first time this week is how many people I've heard of sleeping better than they've slept in a really, really long time. I've had personally, out of the last 5 nights, 2 nights over 9 hours and 1 10 hour. So 3 out of the last 5 nights are 9 and 10. Woo!
Yes, and I think big part of that is that when we're not in a natural environment, our being stays in this fight flight mode. I mean, think about it: fight, resistance. So we're resisting our blueprint to take over. And one of the things that the sleep is a common. I had completely forgotten about it because I'd taken it for granted that I sleep better again. And then I remember when I first had a cosmic tower, how great my sleep, how greatly it improved. So when we get our organism out of this fight or flight, how a lot of people perceive that is like, yeah, they might say, I'm not feeling the tower. It's like, what are you experiencing? Well, I'm just peaceful. And that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And when we relax versus when we contract, that relaxation, automatically all the systems start realigning.
I love that. So let's look at where this paradigm has like that we're living in, that we are living in unwittingly, has like found its way into, right? So we need to say on our events, because of the government reach into people's lives, and I'll say it right now, this is me actually doing it. We're not offering medical advice. If you need medical advice, seek the counsel of a medical professional. Nothing that we're sharing is intended to treat, cure, or prevent a disease. Okay, so that structure gets pushed out through all the small businesses, and we all need to say that. And what we're saying is that's a part of the paradigm that has like co-opted our thinking, and it causes it's part of the causing or the relatedness to get people to push against. So they're pushing against fluoride in water and 5G in the air, and they're driving their energy field into resistance, which is in and of itself fatiguing and draining and leaving us like this. And so when you're speaking of that peace and calm, I get so excited about this because my experience is that's the paradigm I want to live in.
Yes.
I want to stack peace and calm, peace and calm, peace and calm, peace and calm, peace and calm. If I'm all inside of peace and calm, where's the room for thinking about resistance?
There isn't any. All right.